Well, that was the crowd giving East Carolina baseball player Parker Byrd, the first Division I player to play the game with a prosthetic leg, a standing ovation as he went up to bat. He joins us now, along with Challenge Athletes Foundation co-founder Bob Babbitt, to share more on this historical moment. Good morning, Parker. Can you hear us okay?
Good morning. How you guys doing?
We're doing great. How are you?
I'm doing phenomenal.
This all happened Friday, what we were seeing, and there has been just a media frenzy going on afterwards. After you got to first base on a walk, I believe, you came over because they sent in a pinch runner for you. You came over, coach hugged you, the players came out and hugged you, the crowd went wild. What was that moment like for you?
I mean, that moment was surreal. I mean, that's something I've been looking forward to for over a year now. And just the fans here at ECU and my teammates, my coaches, I really can't be more blessed and thankful just for them. And I mean, it was amazing. It was really, I have no words to describe the feeling that everybody gave me, and just so supportive, and I just love them for it.
Now, Parker, did you know that you were going to go up to bat Friday night? What were your expectations heading into that game?
Well, coach told me, hey, be ready if we get a lead. So I was ready. And then I think the inning before, he's like, hey, go get warm, go swing a bat a good bit. So I went and warmed up. And then when I came back out, he's like, hey, you're hitting second this inning. So it was a pretty cool moment.
I'll say. You made history. Has that sunk in yet?
I'm not even quite sure. It's just wild to me that I was able to do that. But I mean, it's just cool. But all the media now, I mean, it's just phenomenal, the support people are showing me, and just, I mean, I'm just really truly blessed.
So Parker, for people who are still kind of catching up to the story here, it was July of last year that you lost your leg in a boating accident, and you had a prosthetic leg. You were already a recruit for East Carolina University, and doctors were telling you, sorry, you're never going to play Division I baseball. What were your thoughts in that moment, and can you give a shout out to the advice you got from good old mom?
Yeah, so I got into my accident in July of 2022, and then ended up getting my leg amputated on August 4th of 2022. And during the hospital, I mean, there was a bunch of ups and downs. They were thinking that my leg was going to be okay, and then I ended up having to get it amputated, and then obviously a lot of doubts about baseball and just life in general about just what to do from there. But one night in the hospital, at the time, it was only one person in the room because of the hospital rules. And so my mom was staying with me one night, and I said, Mom, I'm never going to be able to play baseball again. She says, well, why do you say that? And I was like, well, Mom, there's never been a Division I baseball player with a prosthetic leg. And without hesitation, she said, well, there always has to be a first. Why not you? So ever since that moment, I've kind of switched my mindset. Why not me? I mean, there's no excuses, and that anything's really possible. So I did just that and just worked hard every day just to get back onto the field. And without those words, I have no idea what I'd be doing today. But just truly blessed to have a support system like my family, and Challenge Athletes Foundation has been absolutely phenomenal to me, as well as a bunch of other amputees and people with limb differentials. And it's just amazing to see what those guys are doing for everybody, really.
Yeah, and I'm glad you mentioned the Challenge Athletes Foundation. Bob Babbitt, who I know you know, is sitting next to me here, and I hope you can see him too, Parker. And I guess if you can just kind of describe, you know, how the Challenge Athletes Foundation sort of stepped in and made you and your train of thought flip to, okay, I can do this.
Yeah, so Bob, and he reached out, I mean, really from the beginning, but my mom was getting so many text messages just from people back home and really all over the nation, just saying, hey, we're praying for you guys, and just the simple, like, I'm sorry. But Bob reached out, told my mom what Challenge Athletes Foundation was, and that when the time was right, they would love to provide a grant for me to get a leg. And so she kind of just hit him with a generic, thank you so much, we'll get back in touch. Well, as time went on, I guess my mom kind of just slipped in her mind. She forgot about it. Well, Bob being Bob reached out again and was like, hey, we're still here. They told him again what the Child Athletes Foundation was and how they could help me. And my mom told my dad about it when my dad got home that day. And my dad's like, heck yeah, that's awesome. So ever since that moment, my dad's been in contact with Bob from the get-go. And I mean, those guys, Bob and Eric Cochran, who is a film producer, those guys have been absolutely phenomenal. Just get me back onto the field and just provide me with resources to get back.
Yeah. So Bob,
yes.
Not only did you get him a leg, but you also got him a little Super Bowl ad that we talked about.
Yes.
But can you talk about Parker and just his story? I'm sorry I said last year, I'm still in the wrong year, but so it's been July of 22.
July of 22.
A year and a half and change.
Yes.
And now he's made history as the first. Talk a little bit about that and what it does for other athletes.
Yeah, and the cool part is that Parker right away was ready. Right, as soon as we got him to Chicago, and as soon as he got a prosthetic leg, and then had Parker go up, I think it was to Durham to try out different adaptive equipment. You know, what other sports are out there? What can I do? And next thing you know, he's back in the cage and he's hitting the ball. And David Rotter, the prosthetist out of Chicago, did an amazing job. But the coolest part is, as he's getting going, just like with Landis before him, other kids are out there realizing if he can do it, so can I. Mm-hmm. I got a text over the weekend from a young man named Cooper from Texas who Parker connected us to, lost his leg the same exact day as Parker, tubing in Texas.
Wow.
Right? A rope came and took the top of his foot right off. And he's been struggling. His mom texted me the other day after seeing him on ESPN and seeing on World News Tonight, and mom was like, Cooper has really been struggling, but seeing what Parker's doing has really got him back, because he wasn't sure if he wanted to play baseball anymore. Now he is. And then we have a little boy named Owen, who's 5 years old, up in San Francisco, and same type of thing. And Parker understands this. He is helping that next one, that next guy. He's a first Division I baseball player who lost his leg to come back with a prosthetic leg. But we got Logan, who was born with a birth issue and had a prosthetic right from the beginning. And he's going, hey, I'm going to be the guy who was basically had a prosthetic leg from birth. And I'm going to go and I'm going to do the same thing that Parker's doing, except I'm going to start from day one as well.
Parker, it's incredible what you've done for the history books and for so many other kids. As we wrap this up, is there a next step for you? What's on the agenda for you?
Just really baseball season now. Just getting back out there and being with the boys and just hopefully competing to the best of my ability. But I mean, this summer I think there's a good bit of stuff lined up. But just looking forward to baseball season and seeing where that goes, and just seeing the platform that God will let me have. So it's amazing.
Well, we wish you all the success. We're rooting for you all the way here in San Diego. Your moment was just incredible, and lots of tears in my kitchen as I watched that video Saturday. So congratulations to you and to all the other challenged athletes out there breaking barriers down. Bob, thank you so much. You're an angel.
Well, you know what's so fun is here we had the Super Bowl commercial that we showed right here, right, on the Friday
KUSI,
before the Super Bowl. A week later, and we talked about him becoming the first D1 player to use a prosthetic leg. A week later, it happens. It doesn't normally happen that quickly.
We spoke it into the universe, Parker, and give your mom a shout out to me, from me,
I will.
That's so
Thank
cool.
you guys. See you, Bob.
All the best. Thanks,
Thank you,
Parker.
brother. Congratulations. You're a star.
We'll be right back with much more on Good Morning San Diego.